Welcome to Pilates with Courtney. Today is a full body routine on the reformer. We're only using one prop, which is the reformer box, so hopefully you have one and you can use it. And stick around for about halfway through, towards the end. We're gonna be working on some balance challenges, and you'll be able to see how much I struggle with the balance and how it's something that we all need to work on. So I hope you enjoy it, and let's begin. So we're gonna start with one red and one blue spring. So that's one heavy spring and one medium spring. I like my headrest up, so I'm gonna put mine up, but you don't have to. Go ahead and lay yourself down on the reformer. We're gonna start with feet in the straps. So go ahead and reach back behind you, grab your long loops of your straps, go ahead and put them in the arches of your feet. And then just start with your legs out long, wiggle around until you feel nice and centered on the carriage. And then we're just gonna bring our legs up to the ceiling, getting that stretch of the back of the legs, keeping your tailbone down, taking a breath in. And then exhale, press your legs down to about 45 degrees where you can maintain neutral in your pelvis, and then lift your legs up and exhale, press down. Just starting to warm up the legs and connecting to our breath. Good, let's do one more like that. Now let's take it into Pilates V. So heels together, toes apart. Squeeze your inner thighs together, lower the legs down, and lift the legs up. Lower and lift. Try to keep those heels together, keeping your pelvis in neutral the whole time. 3 more like that. Inhale and exhale. And then on the next one, we're gonna lower our legs down to 45 degrees. Pause, keep your heels together. Just bend your knees in and exhale, press your legs away. So we're just going into our frog. Inhale, and then exhale, press those legs away. Squeeze the inner thighs, belly to spine. 5, 4, 3. Remember, the lower you go with your legs, a little bit more of a challenge. The higher, a little more support. 1 more, press your legs away. Lift your legs up. We're going right into leg circles. Open the legs, circle down, around, and right back up the midline. You can do the leg circles in your turned out position, like we just were doing, or you can be in parallel if that feels better in your hips. But just use this time to start to warm up your hips, your adductors, inner thighs, and your hamstrings. Okay, we'll do 2 more. Remember to keep that tailbone down, and then just reverse that circle. So now press down the midline, open out, up, and around. Good. Nice and controlled. 3 more. And good. Now let's stop right here with our legs up. Turn out to that Pilates V. Lower your legs down to 45 degrees. Now let's open the legs up and out wide. You get a big stretch for your inner thighs and hamstrings. And then exhale, pull your legs down and together. Inhale, open the legs, feel the stretch. Exhale, use those inner thighs to pull the legs down and together. So it's like you're drawing a big V with your legs. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. 4 more. 3. 2. And last one. Bring your legs up to the ceiling. Give yourself a nice hamstring stretch. If you want a little bit more of a stretch, pull down on those ropes. The higher up you grab on the ropes, the more of a stretch you'll get. Let's open the legs out wide. You can let go of the ropes or you can hold on if it feels good. Take a few breaths. I really like starting with feet in the straps just to start to warm up our legs, our hips, hamstrings, especially going into bridges right away. So 1 more stretch of the hamstrings, pull those ropes down. Good, and then hopefully you will be ready and not get any cramping into your bridges. Take your straps off, hang them up. If your headrest was up like mine, go ahead and lower it down for our bridges. Okay, so just as a reminder, we're only on one red, one blue, one heavy, one medium. If you feel like you need a little bit more support for your hamstrings, go ahead and just throw on another spring so the carriage doesn't move around too much. Okay, let's start with our heels on the foot bar. You're in parallel, so your hips, knees, and ankles are all in that nice alignment. Take a breath in. And then exhale, flatten your lower back, push into your feet. Try to keep the carriage still as you peel your spine up into a bridge, one vertebrae at a time, breathing in at the top, and then exhale, roll the spine down. Good, breathe in at the bottom. Exhale, peel the spine up. Inhale at the top, and then exhale, roll the spine down. Good. If you are feeling like the carriage is moving around too much, then just take a second to pop on another spring or challenge yourself to leave it where it's at and use your hamstrings a little bit more to keep that carriage still. Good, one more, roll it down. On the next one, we're gonna hold our hips up. So take a breath in, peel the spine up, hold. Now we're just gonna do some hip dips. Dip the hips down, lift up. Down, lift up. Good, 8, inhale, exhale, 7. Warming up the back of the legs, the glutes. Good, and keeping that carriage still, 4. 2 more. And then hold your hips up. Take a breath in, and then just push the carriage out a little bit, and then exhale, pull it back in. Inhale, press out. Exhale, pull in. Good, keeping those hips lifted. Keeping your knees in line with your hips. So try not to let those knees flare out to the side. You can make the range a little bit bigger if you want to push out and then pull in. Pick what feels best to you and make sure that this doesn't feel like strain in your lower back. 3 more. Inhale, press. Exhale, pull. Good, 1 more. Pull the carriage all the way in and then roll your spine down, bone by bone. Take a breath in and then exhale. Last one, peel the spine up. Good, now try to keep that carriage still. Take your right leg to tabletop. We're gonna go 5 toe taps. So reach the thigh bone out and away, lift it up. Out and away, lift it up. Good, 3, 4, keep your hips level, and 5. Whew, those are harder than they look. Other side, tabletop, toe tap. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Switch back to the other leg. Keep that carriage closed. Reach your leg straight up to the ceiling. Flex your foot, lower the leg down, point the foot and lift the leg. Flex, lower, point, lift. 3 more. Starting to warm up the ankle joints. Good, and 1 more. Whew. And then lift the leg, lower the leg down, and then let's do the other side. So straight up, flex, lower the leg, point and lift. Flex, point and lift. 3 more. Good, 2. And last 1. And then set your foot down, roll your spine down. Whew. Hug your knees into your chest, a little rock side to side. Okay, let's move on to hands on the straps. So go ahead and reach back, grab your straps behind you. If you want a little less tension, you can hold the long loops. If you'd like a little bit more tension, grab your short loops. Reach your arms up to the ceiling right above the shoulders. Now find the tension in the straps, engage your core, bring your legs to tabletop. Good, now take a breath in and big exhale. Press your arms down. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale. and inhale up. Keeping your pelvis, your spine in neutral, keeping your shins parallel to the floor. Good. Option to add on here with a chest lift. So breathe in, curl the head up, press the arms down. Inhale, exhale. Good. Try to make these nice and intentional. Try to hold the chest lift for a second or two before you lower back down, if you're taking that option. Good. 3 more. Inhale, exhale. 2. Hold on the next one. If your head is down, you can just keep it down. Single leg stretch, reach one leg long, pull it in, and switch. Keep reaching into your straps. Keep breathing. Lift that chest a little bit higher. Good. 4 more. Last 2. And last one. Good. Arms go up, feet can go down, and you can adjust if you felt like you're scrunched up against the shoulder rest. Just adjust like I did. Okay, taking your arms back up to the ceiling. Tabletop your legs. Now let's just start with our arms opening out to a T and then close. So we just open, just a little windshield wiper of the arms. You want to hold or find that tension the whole time in the straps. Carriage should barely be moving at all. 2 more. Good. And now on this next one, open your arms to a T and hold. Now think of your back muscles, okay? Let's use our back muscles to pull those straps down to our hips, open back out to that T. Inhale, exhale. Good. Just stay right here. And again, connect to the back body. Back your arms and shoulders. Lats. 5. Inhale, open. Exhale, pull. 4. Soft elbows, no locked elbows. Last 2. 1 more. Take your arms out to a T. Lift your arms up to the ceiling. Take a breath in. Exhale, curl the head up, reach both legs out. Inhale, lower back down. 5 like that. Reach the legs out long, but only as far down as you can maintain your neutral, right? So if you feel like you're arching in your lower back, just lift your legs up a little bit higher when you curl up. Good. 1 more time. Curl up, hold. Now bend your knees, bend your elbows. Stretch the arms and legs long for 8. 7. Good. Gaze forward. Elbows by your side. 5. Lift that chest a little higher. 4. 3. 2. Last one. And relax. Whew. Go ahead and hang up your straps. Let's windshield wiper our knees side to side. Reach the knees over to one side and up and over to the other side. 1 more time to each side. Okay, we're going into reformer roll-ups next. So go ahead and drape your legs over the foot bar. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Reach your arms up to the ceiling. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, nod your chin to your chest. Curl up. Ooh, that first one is always hard. Inhale, tuck the tailbone. Exhale, roll it back slow. Good, breathe in. Exhale, try not to use momentum. Ooh, it's hard to do that and talk. And roll it back. Inhale. Exhale. Good, 3 more. Try to use your deep exhale breath. Try not to use your momentum, and try to go slow in each direction. So it's work in each direction, going up and on the way down. Last one, roll it back up one more time and hold. Good, now roll back halfway. Can you take your right leg to tabletop? Can you take your left leg to tabletop? Find that balance between your sit bone and your tailbone. And then we're just gonna go into some obliques. So knees go to one direction, arms go to the other, and then switch. Just kind of a little torso twist here. Keep your legs together, that probably will help. Inhale and exhale. Good, 4 more. 3, 2, last set, and relax. Nicely done. Okay, go ahead and swing your legs to the side. Let's go ahead and add on some more springs now. So I'm gonna add on a second red spring. I'm gonna add on all my red springs. So all my heavy springs are on, all 3 red heavy springs, and I have 1 medium. If that feels too heavy, go ahead and take the blue off and just leave it on 3 heavy springs. Lay yourself back down. We're gonna go into a little bit of footwork to warm up the lower body. So go ahead, I like my headrest up. If you want it back up, you can lift it up again. If not, leave it down. Let's start with the balls of the feet on the foot bar. Hands down by your side. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, press the carriage out. Lower one heel, lift the other heel for a nice stretch. And then switch. And switch. Good. Starting to just feel the ankles, the feet, calf muscles, stretching and starting to wake up. This will be really good for us for when we do our standing lunges later in the series. Good, 1 more to each side. Go ahead and lower both heels down. Lift both heels, bring the carriage in, and then I want you to connect your heels into Pilates V. So heels are together, toes are apart. Take a big breath in. Exhale, press the carriage out, zip up the inner thighs. Inhale, bring it in, and exhale, press. Good, try to relax your shoulders. Keep those heels squeezing together, and see if you can connect to your pelvic floor at all. So when you press out, you're exhaling, you should feel pelvic floor engage. As the carriage comes in, pelvic floor releases. So just see if you can feel that, or maybe start to connect mind to muscle here. The breath will make a difference. So exhale, press out. You should feel that lift. Inhale, release the pelvic floor as the carriage comes in. 4 more. Good, 2. Keep those heels together. 1 more. Bring the carriage halfway in. Let's just do some pulses here. So keep those heels together. You're just pulsing the carriage up an inch and down an inch. 5, 4, 3, 2, all the way out on this last one. Bring the carriage all the way back in. Heels on the bar, externally rotated, and you're in that wide second position. Take a breath in. Exhale, push the carriage out. Bring the carriage back in. Okay, so something I always remind my clients, when you're in this wide external rotation, to make it a little bit more active, next time you push out, I want you to think of actively pulling your heels together as if you're trying to pull the foot bar together with your heels. And that will start to activate more of your legs, of your lower body, inner thighs. Good. Inhale, exhale. 4 more. On the next one, we bring the carriage halfway in. We go into those pulses again for 8, 7, 6. Keep actively pulling those heels together. 4, 3, 2, all the way out, and then bring it back in. Good. Let's go back to the balls of the feet, this time in parallel. Heels are lifted high. Take a breath in. Exhale, push the carriage out. Lower the heels down under the bar. Lift the heels. Bring the carriage back in. Okay, so we push, lower with control, get a stretch, lift with control, bring it back in. Keep going. So good for your ankles, your calf muscles, and just the feet in general to get this nice mobility of lowering and lifting the heels without bouncing, right? So if you feel like you're bouncing, try to slow it down and use your breath. Let's do 4 more. Good. Last 2. And then on this next one, you're just gonna stay out and lower the heels and lift the heels. And lower the heels and lift. Good. This is 8 and 7. Rise up without bouncing. And 5. Exhale, 4. 3. Try to lift equally between both feet. 1 more. Bring the carriage in. Good, now turn back to that external wide position, but still on the balls of your feet. Lift your heels high, breathe in. Exhale, push out, lower the heels under the bar, lift the heels, bring it back in. So same thing, we're just turned out this time, getting a different angle. Good. I used to want to skip this stuff because it didn't feel like that much, even though it does burn quite a bit. But I am reminded how important it is to do this footwork and ankle mobility work. As we age, we need to strengthen and keep the ankles and the calf muscles strong and stable. So it's definitely more important than it used to be to me. Okay, we're gonna stay out on the next one. So push out, lower, and lift for 10. Don't rush it. Good, relax your shoulders, focus on your breath. 6, 5, 3 more. Ooh, last one. Okay, bring it in. Ouch. Go ahead and give it a little shake or a little slap. I love giving myself an ankle or a calf massage by rubbing my calf muscles on the foot bar, kind of go back, side to side, front to back. Just get that lactic acid out. If you want to do a calf stretch one more time, go for it. And then we'll move on. Okay. Good, good. All right, let's go ahead and sit ourselves up, and we're gonna move into some lower body standing work. So this is where we're gonna use the box. If you have a box, go ahead and slide it right next to your reformer, right on the edge, matching the carriage with the reformer box, okay? For the springs, we're gonna just do this on one heavy spring. So one red spring. Grab your box. Match the carriage. Okay, so if balance is an issue for you, as it sometimes is for me, you can use your foot bar to support you. I would just bring it up maybe 1 notch higher so that if you need it to grab it while you're standing on the box, it's there for you, okay? So let's go ahead and get started by standing on the box. We're gonna step forward on the box with both feet. Your right foot's gonna be about on the middle front edge of the box. Take your left foot against the shoulder block behind you, okay? Adjust to where you're gonna feel nice and stable. Take a breath in, hands are on your hips, push the carriage out, drop into a reverse lunge. Bring the carriage back in. Just do a few like this, making sure you feel nice and stable on the box and that your foot is in the right position. Typically, the foot on the shoulder rest, it's better if you can get your heel against the shoulder block and kind of like have your toes on the carriage or the ball of your foot on the carriage, okay? If you're feeling good here and you want to add on a little bit more, go ahead and just start to add your arms with reaching your arms forward as you drop into that lunge and then bring the carriage back in. So inhale, push through that heel, exhale, come back in. Good, let's go for 6 more. It does help if you slightly hinge forward. That will get more into your glute. Or if you'd rather focus on quad, you can be more upright. Whatever feels best to you. We'll do 3 more. Keep your hips pointed forward. 2. Good. Keep that knee tracking right over your foot. Good. Now we're going to add on here. So the next time you drop into that lunge, one time you're just going to bend your back knee in and then press the carriage back out and then stand. Okay, so do whatever feels intuitive with your arms. If you'd like to bend your elbows when you bend your back knee and then reach your arms and leg back, you can do that. But you're just basically holding this static lunge with the leg on the box as you move the left leg or the opposite leg. Good. Let's do 3 more like that. Focus on a spot if you're feeling really unstable. Does help to hinge, remember. On this next one, we're gonna hold it. So we're gonna do 5. Inhale, exhale. 4, and 3. Good, 2. And last one. Bring the carriage in. Woo. Step both feet on the box, shake it out for a second. Okay, and here's where the balance really comes in. So you're gonna watch me struggle, and that's okay. Curtsy lunges. So this is where the bar would probably come in really handy. Okay, so the inside leg, the leg closest to the reformer, is gonna stay on the box. The outside leg is gonna go against the shoulder block. Hands on your hips, focus on a spot on the ground or a little bit out in front of you. Ground down through that left foot. So spread your toes. Try to think of the whole foot on the box. Take a breath in and then drop into your curtsy lunge. Push the carriage out and then slowly bring it back in. If you need to put your hand on that foot bar, go for it. Nice and controlled. We can't rush this. Good. Nice and stable through that foot on the box. If you'd like to add the arms, reach the arms forward and then bring the arms down. Good. 4 more. Inhale and exhale. Make sure that knee is still kind of tracking over the foot, not going too much over to the left. You can see I'm struggling here. These are hard for me, but they're good for us, focusing on our balance. All right, 1 more. We're gonna add that movement 1 time of the carriage. So drop into your curtsy, bend your back knee in, and then press it back out and stand it back up. Inhale and exhale. Bend 1 time, whoop, and bring it in. We'll do 3 more. Good. Woo! And bring it all the way in. Nicely done. Shake it out. Woo! All right, step off onto your box, onto the floor, taking your box onto the carriage long ways. We'll get to the other side in a second. So grab your box, put it on long ways. All right, we're gonna keep our foot bar up, but if it bothers you for this next series, you can put it down. All right, so we're gonna come onto our belly on the box for some pulling straps. So you wanna be nice and centered on the box. Your chest is a little bit off of the front edge, but you're not too far forward. Go ahead and reach down and grab onto your ropes and choke up on the ropes. If this feels too heavy, then just put your hands in the short loops. But I'm gonna choke up on the ropes, hold the ropes on the outside of the frame. Now with the foot bar up, that is kind of reminding me that if my legs start to hit it, I'm not engaging my glutes and my legs enough. So right away, push your hips into the box, energy through your legs, and then just keep your head in line with your spine. Take a breath in, And exhale, pull the arms right back by your hips. Inhale, lower, reach the arms forward. So we're pulling and resisting. Nice wide collarbone. Good. And again, I actually really like the foot bar up as a reminder to keep my legs engaged. Let's do 4 more. Crown of your head reaching out. Energy through the feet and the toes. Good, 2 more. And 1 more. Good, take a little break. You can put your hands on the frame, maybe bend your knees if you need to. Okay, now we're gonna do that same exact thing. The only difference is we're gonna lift into a back extension. So if you know back extension doesn't feel great for you, just make this a little bit smaller and do what feels best in your back, okay? So start with your head a little bit down. Take a breath in, pull your arms back, and then start to lift your chest. Squeeze your butt muscles a lot, and then lower back down. Let's do that again. So we pull, we lift the upper body, but notice my head is not lifting into a major extension. So when you pull back, try to beam your breastbone forward and keeping your gaze down. Okay, so we're not lifting the neck like this. Let's do 3 more. Make these nice and intentional moves. Such a great exercise for your whole posterior chain. Good, last 2. And good. Let your head hang, relax your arms, maybe bend your knees. Move it. We're gonna finish with some tricep moves. So this time we're not lifting into extension. We're just gonna keep our head in line with our spine. Right away, push your hip bones into the box, a slight tuck of your tailbone and energy through your legs. I want you to pull your straps back with your elbows bent. Roll your shoulder heads back and down so your collarbone's nice and wide. Inhale and then exhale, press your arms straight back. We're doing 10. Good. If this feels too heavy, just change where you're holding the straps, right? You can put your hands in the short loops or just loosen your grip a little bit more. Reach the crown of your head long and keep that collarbone wide. We got 4 more. Elbows by your side, kick it back. 3, 2, and let's just do 1 more because I lost count. Relax your head, relax your arms. Good, good. Okay, go ahead and hang up your straps. Slide off your box. Round your back if you need to for just a second. Okay, so let's move on to the other side of lunges. So now let's take your box off on the other side. Match your carriage with your reformer box. And make sure the box is right next to the reformer. Okay, so let's begin lunges on the other side. So carefully step up onto your box. Bring both feet towards the front edge of the box. Your left foot or the outside leg is kind of centered down the middle of the box. Right foot, the heel against the shoulder block behind you. The ball of your foot on the carriage. Okay, remember, you can bring your foot bar back up so you have something to grab onto if you need to. Hands begin on your hips. Anchor down through that left foot, the foot on the box. So make sure you got a nice wide, your toes are spread and you've got that good firm foundation. Take a breath in, exhale, drop into your reverse lunge, hinging forward slightly, and then slowly bring it back in. Okay, so when we come into this lunge, check that your knee is not going, that it's basically tracking over your foot. So not going behind your foot, but staying either right above the ankle or a little bit forward of the ankle. So sometimes I do see clients drop into a lunge and then they kind of go like this with their knee kind of going this way. Try to avoid that if you can, and just try to hinge forward and keep that knee over the ankle. Let's add the arms. Inhale, reach the arms forward. Exhale, come back in. Good, 4 more. Weights in your heel, then push through your heel to stand. 2 more. And then on the next one, we're gonna add that single leg movement. So your right leg, the carriage leg, is gonna pull in and press back out 1 time. Okay, so try that again. Drop down, bring the carriage in, press it back out, and then bring the carriage all the way in. So that single movement is happening from the right leg, or the leg on the carriage. The other leg, the leg on the box is not moving. 2 more. Keeping your pelvis pretty still there. And then on this last one, here's where you have the option to add the 5 carriage presses. 1, 2, keep that left leg bent. 2 more. And last one. Bring it all the way in. Bring both feet to the box. Shake it out for a second. Okay, let's see how we do on this side with those curtsy lunges. It's a love-hate. These are definitely a love-hate for me. Biggest thing, the inside leg is on the box. So the biggest thing here, spread your toes, ground down through that right foot on the box. Opposite leg, find that shoulder rest behind you. Oop, there it is. Adjust. If you want the foot bar up to hold it, go for it. I'm gonna start with my hands on my hips and focus on a spot. Drop into that reverse curtsy. Bring it back in. Good. Again, the knee is tracking over the foot on the box, and you're not letting your knee go too much to the right here. I've seen that a couple times, so keep it right over that foot. Adding the arms, reaching and lowering. Something else to think about, keeping your hips pointed forward, pretty much forward. They're gonna be rotated slightly, but the goal is to try to keep them pointed forward the whole time. 3 more. Good. Option to add that single carriage press here. So 1 time, find your balance, bring the carriage in, press it back out, and then bring it all the way in. So 5 like that. In, out, bring it in. Do whatever feels best with the arms. If you want to move the arms with the leg, or if you just want to keep your hands on your hips. 2 more. Focus on that spot. 1 more. In, out, and bring the carriage all the way in. Whew, we did it. Nicely done. Step off of your box. Shake it out for a second. Okay, let's finish here with, I'm gonna put my headrest down. We're gonna put the box on the carriage 1 more time, and we're gonna do it short ways. So for me, I am 5'4", so I put the box right against the shoulder rest for our side abs. But if you're a little bit taller, maybe 5'7" and above, you might wanna go over the shoulder blocks, depending on your height and your reformer. Go ahead and slide on all of your springs. All the springs on so the carriage does not move. And we're gonna take a seat on the box. Okay, I'm gonna start facing away from you. So I'm gonna turn my body to the left, slide my right foot under the strap here, and then my left leg is gonna be folded on the box. If you'd rather have it draped over the front, you can do that. I also really like to tuck my foot underneath my right leg to kind of help to get me in that nice position for our side overs. So kind of play around with that and see what feels best in your hips. All right, so right away, bring your left hand to the headrest. Find this nice alignment from the crown of your head all the way down to the heel. Okay, now keep that and notice that your foot should be off of the platform and you're kind of in this hanging position. Right hand behind your head or across your chest. Start to bend your bottom elbow, dipping down and then crunching up. Use your obliques here. Dip down and crunch up. If you're feeling pretty good here, then maybe start to take that hand away and go into the full side overs for 10. You can make this range small or you can make it big. Good, but notice I'm not losing tension in the strap. So you want to just come up enough to where you still have tension on the strap and your foot isn't moving too much. Good, 3 more. Inhale, exhale, 2, and 1. Take the hand down, stretch the top arm up and over. We got 1 more set here. Okay, so for this one, we're gonna add rotation. If you don't love the way it feels in your back, you skip the rotation and you go back to those side overs that we just did. Otherwise, you're gonna find that hanging sensation, both hands behind your head, elbows wide. Dip into the well, lift, and then rotate your chest to the floor. Rotate back, dip down, lift up halfway, rotate. 3 more. Dip, lift, rotate. 2 more. And 1 more. And then bring the hand down and stretch the top arm up and over for that well-deserved stretch. I like my elbow to come down onto the headrest and then add a rotation. Rotate your chest to the floor, walk your hands out. Just hold and breathe into your right rib cage, that top rib cage. Good, now rotate back, push yourself up, and maybe just do a little counter stretch, and then we'll move into the other side. So go ahead and swivel around to the other side. Okay, and then get yourself set up however you feel best, where you can get your hips to stay stacked and that you can find that nice alignment from the heel all the way up to the crown of your head, starting with your hand in the headrest and other hand across behind your head or across your chest. Start to bend the bottom elbow, dipping down and then crunching up. This is a great place to stay if these are a challenging exercise, but if you're working up to the full expression without using your hand, stick with this for a while. Okay, otherwise take the hand away, lift up, dip down. 9. Inhale, exhale. Good. 4 more. Last 2. Keep that head in line with your spine. Last 1. And then bring the hand down and stretch up and over. Okay, last one here. It's the rotations. So again, if it didn't feel great, go back to what we just did and you do a second set. All right, so we're just doing 5. Hands behind the head. Dip into the well. Halfway up and then rotate the chest to the floor, keeping your elbows wide. Dip down, lift up, rotate, center. 3 more. And 2. Last one. Rotate back, hand or elbow comes down and stretch. Top arm up and over. Add the rotation, rotating, putting your hands on either side of the frame, breathing into your left rib cage. Nicely done. Rotate back, push yourself up, and then counter stretch to the other side. Good job. Those are hard, but very effective, right? It's not just your obliques here, but you're working your whole core by holding yourself in that hanging side over position. So keep practicing those if those are challenging for you, as they are for me. Let's cool it down with one blue spring or one medium spring. So just cooling it down with a couple stretches. Okay, I'm gonna stand on the side and I'm gonna put my knee on the carriage, my shin against the box, push out to a nice hip flexor stretch, and breathe. If you want more of a quad stretch, you can bring the carriage in, tuck your tailbone slightly, and come more in this upright position. If you want more hip flexor, just push back a little bit more. Good, good. And then bring the carriage in. Same thing on the other side. So knee on the carriage, shin against the box, push back, feel that nice big stretch. Maybe even that quad stretch if you want to bring it in. Again, tuck under here. You should feel a nice big stretch to the front of your quad here. Maybe push back out. And then bring the carriage in. Last stretch here, one of my favorites. Turn your box long ways, right up against the shoulder blocks. And then you're gonna stand at the end of your reformer. So right in front of your foot bar, feet are a little bit wide. And then take a nice big inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, dive forward, hands go on the edge of the box. Push the box away, drop your chest down, let your sit bones widen behind you. You should feel a nice hamstring stretch. Now round your back, tuck your tailbone under, pull the carriage in. Let's do that again. Take a breath in, reach your arms up, dive forward, push the box away, untuck your tailbone, flat back, drop your chest down. Good. And then pull the carriage in, tuck the tailbone under, round your back, one vertebrae at a time. Park it, restack. We're just gonna do one more little stretch here. Grab one wrist, reach it up and over into a nice side stretch. And then back to center, grab your other wrist, side bend to the other side. And then bring it back, and you are all done. Hopefully you're feeling good. That was a challenging workout, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave me a comment so I can make more videos like it. All right, I'll see you next time.